Welcome into CHGO Tavern Style. I'm Sean Anderson of CHGO White Sox.
And I'm Nicholas Moriano from CHGO Bears.
And CHGO Tavern Style is presented by Salerno's Pizza. Head over to the Grand Ave location and call 312-666-3444 to make a reservation today. On today's Tavern Style, we're talking about the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark beef that continues to spill over from their college days. The foul yesterday that has Matt Leinart calling for Angel Reese to be sent to prison is, I think, being blown out of proportion. In my mind, Nick, and I don't know how you view this as the Caitlin Clark fan here, but it just seemed like a basketball play. Am I wrong?
No, Sean, I mean, when I saw the replay, I mean, it's clear. She's not Angel Reese. I know they have beef. It goes back to the championship between Iowa and LSU, but it is a basketball play. She's trying to swat the ball, and you know, Caitlin Clark's good at going to the basket. She's able to kind of get in position, and that's all it was. And that's where it should have ended in game. But it's when you go to the social media aspect of this, where you have people like Matt Leinart, Dave Portnoy, like, are just going after Angel Reese, making it seem like it's way bigger than what it was. A basketball move. She ended up being a flagrant foul, which, you know, you hit someone in the head, that's what's going to happen. But as someone that supports Caitlin Clark, who, you know, going to Iowa, like, that's all I saw it as. It's just when it gets to the social media aspect of it, where people who, I don't know if they don't have a right to have their opinion out there. Everyone has a right to have their opinion out there, but what are they? They're just taking it to an extremely extreme level right now, Sean.
Yeah, everyone has the right to their own opinion, but I guess this is the part where social media just comes a little bit too much. Because, like, literally what would be being wrote about, like, 90s NBA basketball? Like, do people care? Like, I just see this as more physical play. We've heard, like, even prior to when Caitlin put on a WNBA jersey, everyone knows she was going to go to the Fever because they had the number one pick. But, I mean, Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird were talking about how they were going to welcome her to the WNBA. And I know Reese is also a rookie, but part of this is that Angel Reese just might be bad at blocking shots. I mean, go look at her stat line. It's not like she's coming in like Cameron Brink and just blocking, you know, 2 shots a game. She's better at stealing the ball, and she's, you know, an all right defender. But I don't know if blocking shots is her forte. And maybe that's the issue, is that, you know, Angel Reese might need some contact lenses. Maybe she just, you know, missed completely.
Got to get in a better position. Got to put yourself to make the block. Maybe that's what it is, Sean, but it's not this, because it's now become more of this political and race, you know, the white girl, Caitlin Clark, black
Matt Leinart and Dave Portnoy defending Caitlin Clark.
Exactly. I mean, but see, that's the thing. And they're going to be competitive. That's going to be the rivalry until they're both done playing basketball. And that's good for the game, because on a Sunday, at 11 o'clock, people are watching the WNBA, which, you know, wouldn't have happened maybe as often as it's happening now, maybe even like 2-3 years ago. But people are doing that. People want to tune in for this match. But it's those things like that I think could almost be a little bit of a turnoff, because it's going way beyond basketball. And again, Angel Reese made a basketball move. She didn't make the block. And like you mentioned, I think Caitlin Clark had 2 blocks in that game, if I'm not mistaken. That's like almost tied for what Angel Reese may have in the season or something like that. So, hey, maybe there's something to that, but it was a basketball move.
And, like, aren't rivalries a part of sports? Like,
That's what
I mean, you have Caleb Williams loving the Green Bay Sucks chants already.
Exactly.
Hasn't even put on a Bears uniform. I'm all for rivalries, and Caitlin Clark's fine. Caitlin Clark didn't have an issue with it, and I think Caitlin Clark's probably really excited to see Angel Reese again, to try to probably embarrass her with, you know, maybe a step back 3. Maybe they get switched on to each other in a pick and roll situation, and Angel Reese gets, you know, torched with a little dribbling move. You know, I mean, I think Caitlin Clark's just excited about the competitive aspect, because now, first off, like, when we're doing these shows, typically we're not, you know, thinking, oh, let's do a WNBA topic, but they're putting themselves in the news. I know obviously other people are spiraling this and taking away from what it should be, but I think this rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is extremely intriguing, and I think it's great for the WNBA, because, I mean, I was always drawn to the Boston Red Sox and Yankees rivalry. I lived nowhere near Boston or New York. I was always drawn to the Bears and Green Bay rivalry. Again, you know, Green Bay sucks. Caleb Williams is already a part of it. It's, you know, growing up in Chicago, you had to deal with the White Sox-Cubs rivalry. Like, it makes the sport more interesting, and I think it's, even with, you know, the Sky and Fever, maybe Caitlin Clark ends up being the MJ, and she takes 6 rings to Indiana. Great for them. But I remember the Detroit Pistons getting 1 ring. So, hey, maybe Angel Reese is just, you know, working her way to a ring.
There you go. That's how people should honestly view this. And also, if Caitlin doesn't have an issue with it, which, based off her press conferences, and she's been asked a bunch of questions bunch of questions since she's gotten into the WNBA, but specifically about that foul, she handled it with professionalism. Didn't seem like it was anything more than what happened on the court. And if she's fine with it, then literally we all have to be fine with it because it's literally happening to her. Her body's the one being the one at the expense of the foul. So she handled it well. She handled it like a professional. I think more people need to handle it that way too.
And two, it's not even that bad of a basketball foul. There was one practice, I remember 8th grade, I went up for a layup, and I was like truly like going like straight up.
Yeah.
Kind of like Caitlin Clark, because I probably had
for sure.
a very low vertical back in the day. But one of my teammates pushed me in the chest.
See, that's where it gets dangerous.
Backwards, and then I hit my head. Ooh. Like that's where the issue is. I mean, boxers take punches to the head all the time.
Oh yeah, it's true, and
bounce right back.
Maybe there might be some long-term ramifications, but yes,
you hope not.
Yes, you hope not. But no, yeah, exactly. Like again, it was a basketball play. She got hit in the head, got up, got the free throw, flagrant. They handled it the right way there. Just when you got into that darn X and social media, that's where things went a little haywire.
Stop tweeting about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Just enjoy the athleticism in the basketball. All right. Go check out our friends over at Salerno's Pizza. If you are going to go watch a Sky game, go watch it at Salerno's. If you want to watch it at home, they have great pickup and delivery options as well. Give them a call at 312-666-3444 and mention CHGO to get half off your pizza. We'll talk to you on tomorrow's Tavern Style. Goodbye.
We all silly like the mayor.